UFC Fights exclusive breaking news. Dakota Ditcheva to defeat Valentina Shevchenko, according to UFC veteran, becomes one of the most striking predictions in recent MMA discussions. The veteran's words carry weight within the combat sports world, and the statement has already sparked major debate among fighters, analysts, and fans. The clash between Ditcheva and Shevchenko is not official yet, but the speculation surrounding a potential showdown is growing, and this bold claim adds fuel to the fire. Dakota Ditcheva is one of the most promising fighters in the new generation of mixed martial arts. The English fighter has been making waves with her explosive performances, precision striking, and relentless pressure. Known for her sharp stand-up skills and ability to overwhelm opponents, Ditcheva has developed a reputation for finishing fights in impressive fashion. Her rapid rise has made her one of the brightest prospects, and her name is now being mentioned in conversations about challenging the very best. Valentina Shevchenko, however, is a name synonymous with dominance in women's MMA. The former long-reigning UFC flyweight champion has cemented her place among the greatest female fighters of all time. Her striking background, her tactical brilliance, and her composure under pressure have kept her at the top of the division for years. She has defeated some of the biggest names in the sport, and her legacy remains unmatched. Many fighters dream of one day facing Shevchenko, but very few have been given a real chance to dethrone her. The UFC veteran's claim that Ditcheva could defeat Shevchenko is shocking because of the massive gap in experience between the two. Shevchenko has fought the best of the best for over a decade, while Ditcheva is still building her resume. Yet the veteran points out that Shevchenko is no longer in her prime and has shown small signs of slowing down. Her recent performances, though still impressive, have not carried the same aura of invincibility. On the other hand, Ditcheva's youth, speed, and hunger are viewed as the perfect tools to cause an upset. Stylistically, the matchup between Ditcheva and Shevchenko would be fascinating. Shevchenko relies heavily on her counter-striking ability, patience, and precise timing. She thrives when opponents are reckless, but she has occasionally struggled against fighters who bring relentless aggression combined with clean striking. Ditcheva's approach in the cage mirrors that of fighters who historically have been able to trouble Shevchenko. Her ability to push the pace and create openings could potentially neutralize Valentina's patient style. Another factor is the psychological edge. Ditcheva has nothing to lose in a fight with Shevchenko, while Shevchenko's reputation and legacy would be on the line. This creates a dynamic where Ditcheva could fight freely, without fear, whereas Shevchenko would be pressured to defend her status. The veteran believes that the younger fighter's hunger might overwhelm the seasoned champion's experience. Fans are split on this prediction. Some argue that Shevchenko's skills and championship mentality remain too strong for a relatively untested fighter like Ditcheva. They point to Shevchenko's fights against elite opponents, where she showcased her ability to adapt and dismantle threats. Others, however, believe the sport is evolving and that the new generation, represented by Ditcheva, brings fresh techniques, speed, and unpredictability that could tilt the balance. If this fight were to happen, it could be a passing of the torch moment in women's MMA. The veteran's claim highlights a growing sentiment that the era of Valentina Shevchenko may be coming to an end and that new stars like Ditcheva are ready to rise. Regardless of the outcome, the discussion itself has added more intrigue to the flyweight division and has set the stage for one of the most talked about potential matchups in recent memory. Dakota Ditcheva versus Valentina Shevchenko would not just be a fight between two athletes, it would be a battle of generations. On one side stands a legendary champion who defined an era, while on the other is a hungry contender determined to make history. Whether the veteran's prediction comes true or not, the conversation has already left its mark on the MMA world, and fans will be waiting eagerly to see if the UFC makes this matchup a reality.